Hey guys! Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to improve your artwork. While I talk to you about that, I'm going to show you the speed paint that I've been working on for about 2 days now, and I finally finished. Sorry this video did not go up yesterday. I just felt like I wanted to push myself even further with this piece, which led me to talk to you guys about how to improve your artwork, because I thought about this a lot while I worked on this piece. This is a super sped up version of what happened in the last 2 days, and you'll probably see my outfits and stuff change. But as far as everything I'm using, I'll just let you know down below if you have questions. I'm painting on wood, and I love painting on wood. I gessoed this twice, and in between each layer I sanded it so it would be as smooth as possible. I don't really like there being much texture when I do oil paintings, so this is kind of how I do it. Anyway, I will talk to you about how to improve your artwork now. So the first thing I would like to suggest is that you plan what you want to make. So if you really want to push yourself, I mean, there is really no wrong way to do art. You don't have to do the things that I'm going to suggest, but I feel like they help me, and so I'm hoping that maybe they help some other people out there who are listening. But planning. So when I talk about planning, I mean you literally draw like little thumbnail sketches of what you want to draw or what you want to paint. And I usually do this in my sketchbook. It's kind of like sort of like a diary of planning, I guess. I don't know. But it helps me with like planning my composition. Is this person in an awkward pose? Should I change it? Let's decide. Let's draw a couple sketches and pick the best pose. Maybe that works best. So composition is like the biggest thing that helps me when I plan stuff out and I do these little thumbnail sketches. That's something I struggle with, so I feel like that helps me a lot. But it also helps with choosing color schemes. Maybe you see something in your head, but you're not really sure on the colors. You can kind of like just grab some watercolors real quick and just do a sloppy wash over your little thumbnail sketch. And if you don't like the way those colors look together, you can be like, maybe I'll change it up. So that's another thing. It also helps with like choosing where your light source is, and then you can decide where you want to shade. And when you plan stuff out, it helps you decide like, do I really want to do this, or should I just scrap this idea and not waste this canvas? Sometimes I feel like those little sketches save you time in the long run, but I'm going to talk about time next. Anyway, I bring this up because, as I said, I struggle with composition, and sometimes deciding colors and stuff is hard for me, so I like to do these thumbnails. I've been doing them more lately, and I noticed that when I do them and when I really think things through and really plan things out, I'm more likely to finish the piece. Like, I follow through with it, and like this piece here, I planned like way in advance. Like when I was in Florida, I kept drawing like little thumbnails and stuff for this, and when I came home, I was so set on this that I had to do it. Anyway, the next thing is time. Taking your time is so important when you're actually working on a big project. Now, when you're working in your sketchbook or something, I don't think time really matters that much, but when you are bringing a piece to life and you have a canvas in front of you, or maybe you're doing a big marker drawing, whatever, I feel like time is so important because we are busy people, and I feel like sometimes it's easy to get caught up in how many pieces we make rather than the quality. And sometimes setting a couple days aside to finish a piece is way more rewarding than trying to just crank out a piece in a couple of hours because you feel so inspired that you just want to start and finish it in one day. It's harder to return to a piece if you spread it out in multiple days, but I feel like that break is also really rewarding because when you walk back up to your artwork and you look at it again, you kind of have fresh eyes and you've rested, you've looked at other things and slept on it, and then you can look at your piece again and be like, what do I need to fix? So time, I feel like, is so helpful, and it kind of seems annoying sometimes to think like, wow, I don't know if I want to spread this out in a couple days, but it always helps me, and so I just thought I'd bring that tidbit up. Another thing I would like to suggest, this is something that helps me, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but study other artists that you like. I really like Monet because I like impressionistic backgrounds and stuff, but I like to do semi-realistic people and fit that in with it. And yeah, but there's a lot of artists on Instagram and stuff that I also like to study. But the important thing is when you study other artists that you like, make sure you do not copy them. Don't use their stuff as references. Don't try to reproduce their artwork and like post it in other places and take credit. That is not how you improve your artwork. That, if anything, will probably like ruin your reputation as an artist. But if you study like how they shade and how they practice their anatomy and stuff, many artists are open and share their journeys on Instagram, so it's really helpful to look at that and take advantage of it because our art community, I feel like, is super helpful. Like, we want to help each other succeed and inspire each other. So studying art you like is helpful, but as I said, don't copy them and try not to compare yourself to them by like beating yourself up over maybe you think they're better than you, and so then you like get down in the dumps and stop making art. Try not to do that. Try to just study techniques. And yeah, it's kind of hard though, but yeah, sometimes I kind of feel a little down in the dumps when I look at other artists. So that's why I'm saying try not to, because I try hard not to. Another thing that is so helpful for me, and I feel like you guys hear this all over these like advice videos, is to draw what you're struggling or draw what you want to get better at over and over again. Just keep going at it. For me, it's hands, and lately I've been drawing them over and over. You can probably see a couple of them on my Instagram. I've been like doodling them for Inktober, but I feel like repetition really helps with improvement, and it kind of seems like you're not getting anywhere when you just like draw the same thing over and over. But if you keep a sketchbook and you look back at like older ones and stuff, you can totally see progress. So I definitely recommend that. It's a slow progress, but it does help so much. All right, the last point I want to make is to ask people for constructive criticism. This can kind of seem scary, especially like if you're asking your friends and family and you feel super vulnerable to them and you know that like they might say something you don't like, but they love you and they're trying to help you. And I definitely think that accepting, you don't even actually have to accept it all the time, but just being open to constructive criticism really helps us develop our skills as an artist and really helps us see things and flaws that like maybe we didn't notice, and other people can kind of come alongside us and help us. And I don't think it's meant to like hurt our feelings. I think it's something that's good to be open to. There are some trolls out there on the internet though who don't quite have constructive criticism, so that's why I'm trying to carefully phrase how I say this. Anyway, as I said, this piece took approximately 2 days to do, and like 2 days of planning as well. The art supplies are listed below, and as far as prints, I'll let you guys know when I release prints for this. This has to dry for a while, so it's going to be a while, and then I'm going to varnish it and stuff and probably sell the original, but I'll post that on Instagram. If you want to see more advice videos on my channel, feel free to let me know down below. And if there are any topics that you really want to hear about, feel free to suggest them. I'm open to anything, and I love hearing from you guys. If you're new to the art family, feel free to subscribe and introduce yourself in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing about what kind of art you're making, so let me know. I love hearing it. Also, I will probably be doing a sketchbook tour soon, so keep an eye out for that. That's pretty much it for today, though. I'm just wrapping this up with a couple of details, but as I said, if you're new, feel free to subscribe, and I post weekly videos. There's going to be more coming soon, like sometimes 2 a week. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you feel inspired to do some art. See you soon, guys. Bye!